I was born in a small town in western Ukraine, Buchach. I was raised in a bigger city. It's called Rivne, also in the western part of Ukraine. Then I went to university to study English and French, and I went to Kyiv National Linguistic University. During those years of studying, I met my future husband. We started a family together, and we moved to the suburbs of Kyiv. And we lived in a small village that's called Vitachiv. I had a dog. Her name is Gerda. She's a Tibetan Mastiff, a big, massive puppy. And I'm not very good at gardening, but I started planting trees and bushes and flowers, and I enjoyed it very much. We enjoyed our life in Vitachiv very much. I also found a job as an English teacher at a local school. All those children that I was honored to teach made me the person I am now. They taught me how to be kind, how to be patient, how to be loving. Now let's jump to April 2022. Both of my kids' birthdays are in April, and it's actually it wasn't a joyful time at all, because we have just discovered what Russian army did with the cities and towns nearby, so close to us. Once we found out what atrocities happened in the nearby villages, we got terrified. However, at that point, we were very low on our savings, because with the beginning of war, we didn't have jobs. I mean, we did, but not. So our savings were just going away, because all the prices and products went up in price. Now we made a decision, we want to go to the US, but we do not have much money. So this is where my parents stepped in, like they always did throughout my life. My parents helped me purchase the tickets, the plane tickets to the United States. And we decided it's time to go. And we packed whatever we could into suitcases. And I remember this very moment. I'm standing in Frankfurt airport. So here am I, a nervous thing, standing in the middle of the airport with 2 suitcases with my whole life packed in them, and 2 kids. So at this moment, it dawned on me that I broke my family apart. For some reason, I remember this moment because I felt emptiness. I didn't feel it's a new beginning, it's something exciting. It felt like the end for me, like the end of my life in Ukraine and my life in general. I mean, I'm still alive, but something in my soul just died. And then we boarded the plane to Minneapolis. The flight was very long. Kids didn't sleep at all. The first magic moment that happened to us, to our family in the US, was when my kids got to meet Sue, my dear friend Sue, whom they never met before, but she was there when they were born. I sent her pictures. We were doing video calls throughout this whole 16 years that we were apart. Thanks to my family, my host family, Sue, I was able to settle in quite smoothly. The only money I had was what my dad shoved in my pocket right before I left Ukraine. This was a really start from zero for me, a real zero. It was scary at first, but then we were connected to some resources through the state, through the city of Duluth, that helped us out a little bit. But through my friend Sue, she knew a lady who owned a company that helped people with different limitations and disabilities find jobs. This is how I got my first job, and this is how I got introduced to the mental health field. And this is where my professional interest still lays. I started working there. I started learning so much every day. Then slowly but surely, 3 months later, I was able to rent an apartment. Me and my kids, we like to travel. Minnesota is a beautiful state, and we love everything about it. We love all 4 seasons. We love car rides. We are blessed to live by the big lake, Lake Superior, which makes all the weather in Duluth. Sometimes it makes it unbearable. My hope is to finally see my dad, for him to be able to come over here, or for me to be able to visit him in Ukraine, and my grandma. Also, my hope is for my children to see their dad finally. I was lucky because our community in Duluth is very open-minded, very tolerant to immigrants, to refugees. Many people I've met, they want to help. They feel hopeful. They do whatever they can, even little things, inviting us over for a cup of tea. That's huge, sometimes you might change somebody's life So I would like to give back to that community and keep working hard, stay involved in different activities and raise awareness and try to help however I can to win this war.